assures Nigerians of peaceful governorship and state assembly elections. 54 indigenes of Akwa Ibom State are undergoing aviation training, while 22 others are on pilot studies to be integrated into Ibom Air Company. Plus, correspondent on a special assignment takes a look at the political landscape and the uniqueness of Akwa Ibom State. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Joy Ubani. This broadcast is coming to you live on Star Times Channel 103 and on our social media platform, Facebook and YouTube. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, is assuring Nigerians that the governorship and state houses of assembly elections will be peaceful and successful nationwide. The IGP gave the assurance while addressing heads of departments and divisional police officers of Akwa Ibom State Police Command. This report will come to you in a subsequent bulletin. Now, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of elections in the Southeast Zone, DIG John Amadi, has warned hoodlums to stay away from the polling units during the gubernatorial and state houses of assembly elections in the zone or face the consequences. He gave the warning while addressing top police officers and stakeholders involved in the electioneering process in Umuahia, Abia State capital. Informer Ndu Okole brings us the details.
The consequences of election-related violence include disenfranchisement as well as increase in voter apathy among the people. The DIG in charge of elections in the Southeast Zone, Mr. John Amadi, therefore warned that any person that may try to disrupt the election should be ready to face the consequences, as he advised youths not to allow politicians use them as thugs during the exercise.
We are deploying our men to eliminate all the areas that we think problem will erupt. We will not tolerate anything in the state that will not allow people to cast their vote and choose whoever they feel should represent them.
DIG Amadi called on eligible voters to feel free and come out in mass to exercise their franchise by voting for candidates of their choice in both the gubernatorial and state house of assembly election.
They should not be afraid of anybody threatening there will be no election. There will be election. There will be election. Anybody who wants to disrupt the system should be ready to die.
The police boss further announced that the command in Abia State has taken delivery of some anti-riot equipment sent by the Inspector General of Police to ensure a hit-free election. In Umuahia, Informer Ndu Okole, NTA News.
Away from security reports, Akwa Ibom State, like many other states of the Federation, operates the multi-party system, yet PDP has had its way since 1999. Will history repeat itself in 2023 elections? Clement Bariku in this special report takes us through the political landscape, economy, and what makes the state unique.
Created on September 23, 1987 by the administration of General Ibrahim Babangida, Akwa Ibom State takes its name from the Kwaibu River, which bisects the state before flowing into the Bight of Benin. The state is often described as a unique cultural state where norms, taboos, customs and traditions are the same. The folkways may vary from one ethnic grouping to another, but the operational cultural norms are basically the same all over the state. Almost all aspects of its culture have the potential to provide fascinating experiences for tourists and for investment opportunities. Hence, custodians of the culture suggest ways the next administration can preserve this culture.
We should go back to our heritage. I'm not saying we shouldn't advance by way of technology and other things, but we should not throw away our cultural heritage.
It should be done more cautiously by allowing the village heads to come in there, because it is we, the village head, that will be able to see how we can control and know who and who are being selected to take care of such tradition.
On the economic front, Akwa Ibom State is predominantly civil service state, with the government being the major engine of growth. The main economic activities of the people are fishing for riverine and coastal dwellers, farming mostly for upland dwellers, trading, artisanship, and white-collar services, among other forms of livelihood of the people. The state is one of the major oil-producing states in Nigeria, with most of the oil fields located offshore Ibadan. The government has made attempts to diversify the state's economy along the lines of mechanized agriculture, tourism, and information technology.
I think for me, I'm looking forward to having Akwa Ibom to be among the knowledge-based, economy, instead of relying on just the crude oil and all this stuff.
Politics of Akwa Ibom State has been dominated by the People's Democratic Party since 1999, when Victor Tar became the first democratically elected governor of Akwa Ibom State.
People have taken politics as a religion. They've been so fanatical about their party. As a result, they don't bother if they have square pegs or round holes, which is also why we have failed in the state.
The 2023 elections in Akwa Ibom State is presenting a different dimension to the political landscape of the state, as two major oppositions are now facing the PDP. First is the YPP, then the APC, and analysts say no one knows the direction of the pendulum, but the close-up polls on March 18 will certainly give the direction. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
INEC says there is no plan to conduct supplementary elections arising from the Presidential and National Assembly elections, together with the governorship and state assembly elections that will take place on Saturday, 18th March 2023, as reported in session of the media. For clarity, the supplementary elections will take place on a date to be announced by the Commission immediately after the governorship and state assembly elections. Statement by INEC National Commissioner for Information, Festus Okoye, however, notes that the two National Assembly elections, Enugu East Senatorial District and Esa Central, Esa West, Ibuben Federal Constituency of Edo State elections will hold along with the governorship and state assembly elections this Saturday. The public is advised to disregard any reports alluding to the conduct of supplementary elections alongside the governorship and state assembly elections tomorrow, Saturday, 18th, 2023. Still to come, a total of 54 Akwa Ibom indigenes are currently undergoing evasion studies. This will come your way immediately after this time out. Please stay.
Innovation, development, and effectiveness in the acquisition of skills. Ideas Project, a World Bank-assisted project. Call for proposal for the Innovation Grants Facility, IGF. Interested private sector organizations are hereby invited to apply for the Innovation Grants total of over 300 million naira to support digital skills development in the South-South geopolitical zone. All proposal forms and information guidelines on how to benefit from the grant can be downloaded from the IDEAS website at www.ideasproject.gov.ng. All duly completed application forms addressed to Edo State Projects Coordinator should be submitted electronically via edo.spiu@ideasproject.gov.ng on or before 15th March 2023. Call 0810-656-2939.
of 54 Akwa Ibom indigenes are currently undergoing evasion studies, while 20 others are on pilot studies, all of whom are expected to return back and join the Ibom Air. Kevin Samuel reports that these were reviewed during the interministerial briefing held at the Emerald Event Center, Uyo.
By the Ministry of Information and Strategy, the interministerial briefing on the theme tracking the promise brought together some government functionaries to interface with critical stakeholders on activities of government over the years.
We have over 440 primary health centers and health posts, which if we have, how many wards? We have 329. It means that at least every ward has a primary health center.
The state government has been able to attract, has opened the state's economy for both foreign and local investors. And that is basically because of the massive infrastructural renaissance that are being observed in notice in the states.
The facility at the airport, the status currently is 75%. That is, 95% completion of the MRO itself. The 5%, what is left is furnishing, which is perfectly on course. We also look at the external works within the terminal building, within the MRO. By external works has to do with the truck docking area, truck parking area, truck turning area, as well as landscaping.
Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Ini Ememobon, says it is important to always make public activities of government in order to get feedbacks from the people, especially as the administration of Governor Udom Emmanuel winds down. He noted that a lot have been achieved by the present administration, but people may still have some questions they desire answers to, hence the briefing.
His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom said, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, is always conscious of the fact that he is merely a representative of the people, representative chosen through the ballot ordained by God for the people, and therefore he knows the role of communication when you are in a representative capacity, and therefore he instructed the Ministry of Information to come up with this and give support for this to hold, so that the people and the government can be on the same page, especially now that we are transiting.
The event featured interactive session which provided an opportunity for the people to bear their minds on areas they desire clarifications. So far, a total of 7 ministries have been featured in the 2-day event, while others will make their presentation on a later date. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Now, we told you that the report of the IGP will come in our subsequent bulletin. Now we are taking the report. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, is assuring Nigerians that the governorship and state houses of assembly elections will be peaceful and successful nationwide. The IGP gave the assurance while addressing heads of departments and divisional police officers of Akwa Ibom State Police Command. Wisdom Jacob has the details.
The Inspector General of Police, represented by Deputy Inspector General of Police South-South Geopolitical Zone, Moses Jitibo, commended officers and men of the Nigeria Police Force for a job well done during the last elections. He encouraged officers and men of the command to be professional, courteous, but firm in the discharge of their duties as enshrined in the Constitution.
All happy with the workings of the police, where we conducted ourselves well. So in that guise, he has sent me here to tell you that you have conquered one, there's still another one left. So whatever you did to make the previous election a success, you should put up, you should double your efforts to make this election coming up tomorrow better.
The IGP also advised Akwa Ibom people to conduct themselves orderly during the elections, while assuring that the police has put everything needed in place for security of life and property.
I want to assure the indigenes of Akwa Ibom State as a whole that the police have been mobilized enough, we have been adequately catered for, and that to the best of our ability, we make sure that there is peace. The operation, just like I said, the election will come, and it will go peacefully. The police is their friend, and we will be friendly.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police on Election Duties in Akwa Ibom State, Ari Muhammad Ali, says the Nigeria Police Force in the state is fully prepared for governorship and state houses of assembly elections holding tomorrow across the state.
We want to inform you, and of course the general public, that as far as the police is concerned, for this election in Akwa Ibom State, we are more than ever before very, very ready, well prepared to ensure that we have a hitch-free and of course seamless election come tomorrow.
As at the time of this report, security personnel comprising of the police, army, civil defense, road safety, immigration and NDLEA have commenced a show of force in strategic and black spots across the state. In Uyo, Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
Created on May 27, 1967, Rivers State prides itself as the treasure base of the nation, owing to the fact that it is one of the leading oil-producing states in Nigeria, which serves as host to most multinational companies in the country and home to some ethnic groups. And getting insight of the economic viability of Rivers State to the nation, Chidebere Onya is our guide.
Rivers State is synonymous with the frontier of the oil industry, accounting for gross domestic products of over $21 billion. Beneath the surface of the state holds over 60% of the nation's gas reserve and 40% of its crude oil. The state is also well endowed with power stations, international and domestic airports, as well as bustling seaports, among other unique features.
The River State is actually the treasure base of the country. There's a lot of merchandise going on. Apart from oil, there's gas. River State too has huge deposits in gas.
The seaport, majorly containers coming in, they contribute. The airport too, people fly in from other states of the nation, come through Port Harcourt and move to other states. There are other nearby states that may not have airports, so they use these places to move. So they contribute, both airport and the seaport contribute a lot to the GDP of the nation.
River State is the golden, what do you call it again, the hen that lays the golden egg. Our land is arable. Anywhere you just break, even your cement, just pull the cement out, pull the slabs and put something, it will germinate.
Let's talk about the base for the number of companies in this state that pay value-added tax to the federal government. LNG, the companies who prospect and drill oil, and then the taxes they pay, the economy, their counterpart funding, and all that.
A lot of us that come from outside, we tend to maximize some of the opportunities here, and we make a living out of it.
Rivers people, up to today, up to now as we did, we have very good relationship with them.
Indeed, Rivers State has maintained its importance as a leading supplier of wealth to the nation and perhaps the most important section of the African zone for centuries. Our fame, its governments and people hope will not diminish anytime soon. In Port Harcourt, Chidebere Onya, NTA News.
Away from that report, we join Olumide Ebutala for our sports update.
We begin with para volleyball. 21 players are camped in Lagos ahead of Africa and World Championships. The focus of the technical crew was on fitness and tactical discipline.
Presently now we have 16 on ground, so out of that 16 we need only 12.
Still on volleyball,
of our volleyball club have emerged champions of the 13th edition of Abuja Invitational Volleyball Challenge. The team beat Games Village Volleyball Club 3-0 at 25-22, 25-16 and 25-16 in the final played at the indoor all package B section of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja.
I've achieved the 90%, which was our set target.
That is the grassroots we are talking about. I want to give a pass, I would say 85% pass mark.
In the women category, Scorpion Spikers defeated Chief of Army Spikers 3-1 to emerge champions. In football, the draws for the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League indicate that Real Madrid will take on Chelsea, Benfica versus Inter Milan. It will be Manchester City against Bayern Munich, while AC Milan will lock arms with Napoli.
In the English Premier League, club sides will again have another opportunity this weekend to improve on their league standings. Relegation-threatened Southampton will host Tottenham Hotspur. Leeds United will play away to Wolverhampton Wanderers, while Chelsea will lock arms with Everton on Saturday. In mixed martial arts, former Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC welterweight champion Nigeria's Kamaru Usman is talking tough ahead of his rematch with current champion Leon Edwards. Kamaru says he is psychologically prepared to win the battle at the O2 Arena London in England on Saturday. With sports update, Olumide Kuntola, NTA News.
And that's it on our English segment of the news tonight. We thank you very much for being part of it. Just before I go, just to remind you that to be a star, let's join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Up next is news translation. Please stay.
Fawte me borisi kidet nyina bo kembu ba ma wum bon ser ke mieri do ki fura me ke me muson kidet nyin bonidet nyin amboro kwai bo wa kaisim abam me do nang eso ko bo kwe ken mutum ubo fam kini e we mi ba e bo kwe ri wa wat ubo mo fam ko kombo ka sa mutum kana yana sen mutum bro kara me wondam bo ke kwai bo state kan ne so ide bo ya ko me bo san ni Incredible wisdom Jacob. And I would have thought of my Borisi Kidded Nyan, Usman Al Kali Baba, out of combinated Yanabo, Kem Bubamero, Eddie Tumum Bon, the Serikami, Adido Kemem, Usum Makifro, Ke Edenyan. And Yaga Tame Kinia, and ya never yet me Bow, Sika mentions sweet Tiak, move out of my Borisi, Kested me, a combo in front.
Fawte me borisi kidet nyen udiana adai wurami kikbaga south Moses Jitibo akada no ama kubina mesera banga ban wonda utum se me borisi ekenam kebuba umega wo kebu yegado anyama asrudong ano mobo ya mo kaiso esni de menautum nanga esen kembet idet nyen anyama yono bono kwa ibumi temebo ya mo enam ko kusonga fono kini mbuba umega wo ano oso mo idemebo Kem borisi ebono fen boka di tie adikan bo ke ekpeme uwem yemme inyem bono wo kini enom mbomi nka ukpeme ado me borisi bonekong bono fautum civil defense bono di ante road safety immigration me bono se mpo ba bon sikama mpo so ibok e mai wo iwridem kemen wonda itie am frasi bangake kemen stedemi Wisdom Jacob Combo NTA.
Mono we wakasima ba me dwenang. Eso I bo web ken utum uboma from kini. We de me ba ebo web adiwa waro bo from den mo mai bu web me. E ya be mo sen ken utum ibom e. Combo ngina na mi idion ke fre mi ke tang kini ke tumom bono depend men wondam po sukara itu do mi manuela nanga. Wari dom e combo mi fon.
Adina mamie do for ultimate serum koban lutum so na top casted akatum ama kono mbono wo sito for ultimo kara kora mono wo mfen adi boket ba atodo eko ibure nyo itang iko ba mpo su karananga ke miso asibu ye a commissioner se mpo ba ndut muswa na itu ini memabong ama tangabo kedo panpo adisi inam yap mbono weni fyo ba mpo se karananga ba atodo amo edion eno ni fyo ba akpan ntedo ku karo do mi manuel aya sobadi ku anyama tangabo ke ukara ananga taw wangpo adu kem bono wo eso ane ni membime se moy kamadi ba to do boy boro ken ta do nam ya ke tumari namado adi nama mi mai no fang jam bono wo ene ne me nyoy bime e boy boro eno ngai tem poison ken bosem mi wa ke mo enam je dio kem mo fo tum wa kasmi tiaba edo mbon siki edo nutumodo ake tumo sani ba enyo enam je dio onko kem bon siso e ya ina ma kem musen seri nam kisu wisdom
yo mi ro tutum pongu bro yori temeki kop mem brofen itonya tutu inero asere